Hi, I'm Julia and this is my shed. So today we're back working on the brake gear for the Britannia. So what I need to do is, at the moment the brake piston shaft is too long, so we need to shorten that. We need to put a thread on it. We need to make a clevis, which will connect this shaft to the scotch crank, which is this part. So it will slide in there. So I'm not sure. This is 3/16, so I need to see what dies and taps I've got for 3/16. I want a fairly coarse thread because there'll be quite a lot of force on this, so coarse thread's going to be a bit stronger. Okay, so according to the drawing, the this part is 6mm. So I'll probably add a couple of mil spare, and then we'll cut this at about 9mm, 8mm rather. So we've got a slight gap there, and obviously we've got a little bit of leeway, a bit of adjustment with the thread. Okay, so I'm just cutting the piston rod to size, and then we're going to clean up the end and start threading it. I had real problems threading this. Each thread actually sort of cracked up, so I don't know if it was the swarf was getting sort of recut into the thread. I've got very poor quality, so I'm not really sure exactly what happened. But it's there's enough thread there for me to attach the clevis, so it's not the end of the world. Now we're working on the clevis body, so I've got some almost 10mm square brass from the scrap bin. So we're drilling in, tapping for the 3/16 Whitworth thread. Okay, so I didn't film it, but I've just squared up the sawn cut end on the mill. So this stock isn't quite square, so I need to do edge finding on both for both sets of features. So I'm going to drill the hole first. So we'll find the edges, we'll find the edge of this, and then we'll slide it back in the vise. It's a bit it's overhanging a lot at the moment. The next operation is to mill the slot. So what I'm going to do is actually drill a hole at the end of the slot, so there's something for the milling cutter to run into. Okay, so I've got my FC3 cutter in the milling chuck. I probably need to revisit this because basically we could move that all the way up to here really, and that would be fine. Yeah, I need to do that at some point. But we've got a 4mm FC3 cutter in. I've drilled sort of a relief hole at the end of the cut with a carbide stubby drill, so that should be fairly accurate. I'm going to keep the parallels underneath until I get fairly close, just for a bit of extra support. So that's the slot done. I'll just need to square off this bottom corner with some files, and the final job is to round these. Unfortunately, I didn't check I was on 0 when I drilled this hole, this cross hole. Doesn't look great, but it's structurally it's pushing with force. The return isn't particularly strong, so I don't think it will make the part too weak, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. So I'll just round the corners. They need to be about a 5 radius. So I've got a radius gauge there for some idea. But yeah, so we'll have a quick go at that. But it's kind of good enough. Not my finest work, but you know, sometimes you have to be a bit pragmatic. So I'll try and square this corner off a little bit. Although I'm not sure if I need to. No, I don't think I need to actually. So no, we'll just round these corners off a bit so it looks nice. So it's not perfect, 5 degree radius, but it's not too bad. It's a bit squared off that side. We'll do a teeny bit more on there, but it's nicely rounded off, so it's not gonna catch on anything. So I think that's good enough for me. Okay, so that's the brake cylinder assembly complete. I think that's there's just enough clearance on this side. I was a little bit worried about clearance on this side of the fork, but it seems okay. So that's the full travel of the piston. It doesn't move very far. There we go. That's disengaged, engaged. So another job done. So I hope you found that interesting or useful, entertaining even. Like, share and subscribe. Please leave a comment. I'm always interested to hear what you have to say. Yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.